Today, we are going to uncover 6 shocking mistakes that destroy the bond between you and your cat, and some of these will genuinely surprise you. Stay until the end, because mistake 6 is something almost every cat owner is guilty of. Let's start with the most common mistake, and perhaps the most misunderstood one. You come home after a long, exhausting day. You see your cat sitting on the couch, and all you want to do is pick them up, hold them close, and shower them with love. So you do exactly that. But your cat squirms, tries to jump away, and maybe even scratches you. And still, you hold on. You think, I love them, so surely they must love this too. This is where you're dangerously wrong. Cats are not stuffed toys. They are independent, emotionally complex creatures who have very clear boundaries. When your cat starts showing signs like flattening their ears, flicking their tail rapidly, or their skin rippling along their back, these are not random movements. These are screaming warning signals in cat language. They are telling you, stop, I am done, back off. When you ignore these signals and continue forcing affection, your cat learns one terrifying lesson, that you cannot be trusted to respect their feelings. And once a cat feels that way, they begin to avoid you. They stop coming to you on their own. They flinch when you reach for them. The damage can last for weeks, sometimes months. The fix is simple, but requires ego. Let your cat come to you. Let them be in control of the interaction. The moment you stop forcing love, your cat will actually start choosing to give it. This one is absolutely critical, and it shocks most people when they hear it. If you have ever yelled at your cat, sprayed water at them, tapped their nose, or punished them in any way for doing something bad, you have been unknowingly terrorizing your own pet. Here is the harsh scientific truth. Cats do not connect punishment with their behavior. A dog might feel guilty and make that connection. A cat, never. When you scold your cat for scratching the sofa or jumping on the counter, your cat does not think, oh, I shouldn't have done that. Instead, they think, this human is dangerous and unpredictable. I need to stay away. Research from the University of Prince Edward Island found that cats living in homes where punishment is used are significantly more likely to develop behavioral problems, including eliminating outside the litter box. Punishment does not fix behavior. It destroys trust. The moment you raise your voice or physically correct your cat, you transform from their safe person into a potential threat. And a cat who fears you is a cat who will never bond with you. Instead of punishing, the answer is to redirect. Give them a scratching post. Provide enrichment. Use treats and praise to reward the behavior you want to see. Positive reinforcement is not just kinder, it is scientifically proven to work far better. Your cat is not being bad. They're communicating a need. Your job is to listen, not punish. This one surprises people every single time. You're sitting across the room, you spot your cat, and you smile and stare at them lovingly. In your mind, it's a tender moment. In your cat's mind, you just declared war. In the animal kingdom, a direct, unblinking stare is one of the most aggressive and threatening signals that exists. Predators stare at prey before attacking. Dominant animals stare down weaker ones to assert control. When you stare directly into your cat's eyes without blinking, your cat's nervous system reads this as a threat. Even if you are smiling and sitting perfectly still. This is why cats so often choose to sit with the one person in the room who is ignoring them. That person who is not making eye contact, not reaching for them, not paying attention. That person feels safe to your cat. If you want to communicate trust and affection to your cat through your eyes, do the opposite of staring. Look at them softly, then slowly blink. This is called the slow blink, and it is essentially a cat's way of saying, I trust you. I feel safe with you. If your cat slow blinks back, that is one of the greatest gifts they can give you. So stop staring and start blinking. It sounds ridiculous, but it is real, and it works. You are deeply relaxed, maybe napping or just sitting quietly, and suddenly someone grabs you, lifts you into the air, and holds you tightly against their will. Terrifying, right? That is exactly what your cat experiences every time you scoop them up without warning. Cats are both predators and prey animals. Being suddenly grabbed and held down triggers their deepest survival instincts. Even if your cat loves you, an unexpected grab can cause a massive spike in stress hormones. making them feel trapped and vulnerable. Over time, cats who are repeatedly picked up without consent begin to associate your approaching hands with anxiety. They start flinching. They start running away when they see you walking toward them. They become jumpy and withdrawn, not because they dislike you as a person, but because they have learned that your hands are unpredictable. The solution is not to stop picking them up forever, but to do it with respect. Let your cat sniff your hand first. Watch their body language. If they seem relaxed and curious, you can gently lift them, and the moment they want down, let them go immediately. Giving your cat the ability to leave at any time actually makes them more likely to stay. Control builds trust. Restraint destroys it. Here is a mistake that most cat owners never even consider, and it is quietly poisoning their relationship. Imagine one day you encourage your cat to jump onto the kitchen counter while you are cooking because it is cute and you want company. The next day, the same cat jumps on the counter and you shout at them and push them off. Yesterday, welcome. Today, danger. From your cat's perspective, you're the problem. You are unpredictable. You are unstable. And an unpredictable owner is an unsafe owner. Cats are creatures of pattern, routine, and consistency. Their sense of security depends on knowing what to expect from their environment, and most importantly, from you. When your behavior toward them changes based on your mood, your convenience, or your level of tiredness, they cannot build a stable understanding of who you are. This confusion creates chronic, low-level anxiety in cats. They become unsure whether to approach you or avoid you. They start choosing to keep their distance, not out of attitude, but out of self-protection. The fix is to decide on your house rules and stick to them every single day. If the counter is off limits, it must always be off limits. If cuddle time is on the couch, make it a routine. Predictability is love in the language of cats. And here we are at mistake number 6, the one that almost every cat owner is guilty of, and the one that breaks hearts the most when people finally understand it. Every cat, no matter how social, how confident, or how attached to their owner, needs a safe space. A hiding spot, a private corner of the world where they can go to decompress, feel secure, and recharge. This is not optional for cats. It is a fundamental psychological need rooted in their wild instincts. When your cat retreats under the bed, behind the sofa, into a closet, or into any small hidden spot, they are not being antisocial. They are not punishing you. They're not sick. They are regulating themselves. They're taking the time they need to feel safe. And what do most owners do? They follow the cat. They reach into the hiding spot. They pull the cat out because they are worried, or because they miss them, or because guests want to see the cat. Every single time you do this, you send one devastating message to your cat. There is no place you can go where you are truly safe from me. A cat without a safe space is a cat living in permanent stress. Over time, this stress builds into anxiety, behavioral problems, and a complete collapse of trust. The solution is one of the hardest things for a loving pet owner to do. Leave them alone. When your cat hides, do not follow. Do not call. Do not pull. Sit nearby if you want, speak softly, and let them come out on their own terms. Make sure every room your cat spends time in has at least one spot that is entirely theirs, a high perch, a covered bed, a quiet corner. When your cat knows that their safe space will always be respected, they will stop needing to use it as an escape from you. And one day, you will notice that they choose to sit next to you. Not because they have to, but because they genuinely trust that you are safe.